task force come dey bring una dis informate. Make una report any kurukere movement of human trafficking to the state task force on 0806 032 5910, 0815 557 5495 or NAPTIP on 0802 294 0088. My people, make we join hands to fight this yeye business for Delta State. Now, Peter Mrakpo, the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, when he be the chairman of the State Task Force on Human Trafficking, bring una this message.
Tonight on the Delta Rainbow Television News, federal government tax ICPC BPP on APCON debt recovery. TED fund to support research development with 5 billion naira. Delta State government to speed up completion of Ughelli-Asaba dual carriageway. And on sports, Nigeria, Brazil play goalless draw in international friendly. Hello, a very good evening and welcome. This is Delta Rainbow Television News at 7, live from Warri. My name is Chufu Joke Wanji. On the news tonight with me,
Essay Pius Ogogorie. Good evening and welcome.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission and the Bureau of Public Procurement have been directed to step up moves to recover over 5 trillion indebtedness through the Access Management Cooperation of Nigeria. The directive was issued by the Minister of Finance, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, at the weekend in Abuja during the quarterly briefing of the Ministry of Finance attended by agencies under the supervision of the ministry. The ministers commended AMCON on the national assignment, but said she expects a lot more from the cooperation, especially President Muhammad Buhari assigned the amended 2019 AMCON Act into law, which gives additional powers to AMCON to deal with the obligators. The finance minister said AMCON must ensure that the debts are recovered soonest, emphasizing that if AMCON should fail to recover the huge bad loans as soon as possible, the debt will become government problem, which the government is not willing to carry. She therefore charged that everything must be done to ensure that AMCON recovers the debt from the obligations, as it will have a huge positive impact on the economy. Minister Ahmed urged all agencies under the ministry's supervision to always remember the 11 priority areas of President Buhari's administration in the discharge of their duties, adding that the quarterly meeting had become critical because it creates the enabling platform for sister agencies of government to cross-fertilize ideas for improved collaboration and delivery.
The Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, Professor Suleiman Elias Buguru, says the Commission has budgeted about 5 billion naira to enhance research development in the country. Professor Buguru disclosed this in Sokoto at the weekend during his two-day working visit to Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, where he inspected some of the projects funded by the agency. Professor Buguru explained that the fund will go a step further to improve a content component of interventions, as the federal government is ready to approve the same amount or put an increase in subsequent budgets. He further revealed that TED Fund is gradually moving its focus from fiscal infrastructures to research content, adding that more funds will be given to research, journal publication, library development, and academic staff training.
Now, graduates of tertiary institutions have been advised to key into the Delta State Government Skills Entrepreneurship Program. Governor Fanyokowa gave the advice on Saturday while speaking at the second combined convocation ceremony of the Delta State Polytechnic of Washu. Government House correspondent Mary Anweke reports that Governor Okowa also donated 50 million naira to the Department of Entrepreneurial Studies of the institution.
We'll bring you the report in the course of this bulletin. Experts in the oil and gas sector have commended the federal government for the new oil discovery in the northeastern part of the country. The national president of Nigeria Association of Petroleum Explorationists, Ajibola Oyebamiji, stated this as the good news to the oil industry, saying that with advancement of technology, a lot can still be done in other basins in Nigeria. Dr. Oyebamiji noted that there are other opportunities in the Chad Basin that are currently being exploited. The immediate past president of Nigeria Association of Petroleum Explorationists, who is the managing director of Dege Connect Limited, Mr. Abiodun Adesonya, stated that the discovery is huge for the geoscience and petroleum industry in Nigeria. Mr. Adesonya opined that it is a known fact that another sedimentary basin apart from the Niger Delta, Anambra Basin, as well as Dahomey Basin, have been able to confirm that the petroleum system is in existence. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) had on Friday announced the discovery of hydrocarbon deposits in the Kolmani River 2 well on the Upper Benue Trough, Gongola Basin in the northeastern part of the country.
And Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State has said the state government is speedily pursuing the completion of the Ughelli-Asaba dual carriageway to accommodate the expected heavy traffic from the Warri port when dredging of the second part of the Escraville bar would have been completed. The governor, who made this known at his quarterly interactive session with newsmen in Asaba, said the federal government was undertaking the dredging of the Warri port stretch. He said his administration was working round the clock to complete the dualization of the Ughelli-Asaba route because of the important role it would play in the evacuation of goods from the port, adding that the road was one of the priority projects of his administration upon assumption of office in 2015. Okowa explained that the previous administration had almost completed Sector B of the project, which was divided into 3 phases, while Sector C from Osisa to Asaba, which was slowing down work on the project, will be completed between November 2019 and April 2020. The governor disclosed that his administration was committed to ensuring that the 2019 budget got 95% performance, pointing out that the 2020 budget proposal will be presented to the State House of Assembly by the first week of November 2019. He stated that the executive arm was working with the House of Assembly to produce a transparent budget that would be uploaded online, stressing that he wanted a budget that people could see, ask questions about the trust, with expected 95% to 100% performance. Governor Okowa told the newsmen that his administration introduced the Ministry of Technical Education because of the emphasis it placed on technical education with a view to letting children not only to acquire knowledge of books, but also to be able to use their hands and their brains to work. Recall that our Technical and Vocational Education Board was created in its first tenure with a legislation of the State House of Assembly, upgraded 6 technical colleges, and made a promise that every local government area in the state would have at least 1 technical college to bring the number to 25. The governor revealed that the first set of 9 technical colleges will be provided for the 2020 supplementary budget, while the other 10 will be funded with the 2021 budget to give access to every student who would want to take a technical education. On sports, Okowa stated that the state performed another feat by winning the last edition of the National Youth Games held recently, adding that the 5-year-old competition had been won consecutively by Delta State. Okowa congratulated the State Sports Commission and the athletes for doing the state proud in Ilorin, and disclosed that the state was already getting set to win the next edition of the National Sports Festival to be hosted by Edo State.
Graduates of tertiary institutions have been advised to key into the Delta State Government Skills Entrepreneurship programs. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa gave their advice on Saturday while speaking at the second combined convocation ceremony of the Delta State Polytechnic Ogwashuku. Government House correspondent Marian Wike reports that Governor Okowa also donated 50 million naira to the Department of Entrepreneurial Studies of the institution. Now the report.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa said the donation was a deliberate effort by government to encourage students of tertiary institutions in the state to acquire skills alongside their field of study before graduation. He disclosed that the Ministry of Youth Development has directed to work with the entrepreneurial department in higher institutions to select those who are outstanding for starter packs after their youth service year. Governor Okowa maintained that with the present day reality, it is not easy for graduates to get a job, and advised them to invest their time and resources to acquire skills that will put them on the path of profitable entrepreneurship. The governor commended management of Delta State Polytechnic of Ogwashuku for maintaining steady progress since its establishment.
I believe that there is the need to continue to coach our students, to train them to do even more. Even those who are in the sciences, those who are in engineering, those who may be in other schools. it is important that we make them get determined to use their hands to do things outside the courses that they have been taught.
Director of the institution, Professor Stella Chemeke, said the school had recorded huge successes in areas of information communication technology, sports, infrastructure development, and academic excellence, amongst other achievements. Professor Chemeke noted that the Polytechnic has won awards in arts and technology competition, hospitality management, and agricultural revolution, adding that the institution has cultivated 12.5 acres of improved cassava varieties, which will be processed and sold to industries.
In 2014, DSPG won the Gold Trophy at Delta Higher Institution Festival of Arts and Technology. Also in 2019, the institution came first in painting and second in textile design.
4 notable Deltans, including former Governor James Ibori, Honorable Kenneth Bagi, Prince Ned Nwoko, and Chief Henry Nzekwe, were conferred as fellows of the Delta State Polytechnic Okwashuku by the management of the institution. High points of the convocation was the presentation of certificates to the best graduating students from 2014 to 2019, and the appointment given by Governor Okowa to one of the graduating students, Mr. Francis Osedume, as a special assistant on student matters for his role during the 2040 campaigns.
In the last 1 week, there have been reported cases of widespread measles in these communities in Udu local government area. To curtail the spread of the disease and treat affected persons, authorities of Udu local government on Saturday embarked on a special medical outreach in the affected communities. The report.
The 6 communities in Udu local government area affected by the measles outbreak include Emadaja, Ubogo, Ukmehenri, Obubu, Ugbisi, and Ekrota. To contain the spread of the airborne virus, the Udu local government embarked on a special medical outreach. Speaking during the medical outreach, the chairman of Udu local government, Chief Drtv, said the program was part of the council's efforts at improving the lives of residents in Udu council area. Chief Drtv, who was represented by the council supervisors for health and environment, Evangelist Emmanuel Kumalefe, urged the people of the affected communities and other parts of the council area not to panic as the outbreak has been put under control. The council chairman urged parents of the affected children and other victims to use the free drugs as prescribed by the medical team so as to speed up their recovery. The head of the Department of Health in Udu Council, Dr. Ese Ernest Okonofwa, said with the efforts by the council, the spread of the disease will be contained in the area, advising the people to patronize primary health center in the area to stay healthy.
The council chairman take it as a aim, Honorable Chief Drtv, be that he know the pains of his people. He now mobilize that the doctors, the nurse, they should come out to do this program so that they can touch the communities and the Udu in general.
You can treat any kind of infection right now because it's an outbreak. We just want to make a good coverage. Of course, measles. This board has been encouraged several times to come out to receive the vaccine before now, but there's still reluctance from them. But because of the awareness right now, because of the outbreak, you see them coming in their numbers to receive this vaccine. And not only that, they have also come with different kinds of complaints which we are attending to.
The chairman of the Udu Council Primary Health Authority, Mr. Eki Atevure, however, advised the people of Udu Council area to always keep their surroundings clean and neat to prevent outbreak of any disease in the area. Some beneficiaries thanked the chairman of Udu local government, Chief Drtv, for the effort to contain the spread of the disease, particularly free medical treatment given to them.
With this video here, I want to advise people should clear their gutter. Maybe they want to dump refuse on waterway so that the water can flow easily.
Okay. Everything they are free. May local government continue to bring more for us again. May God provide them.
During the free medical outreach by the Udu local government authorities, other medical challenges of the people like skin infection and cough were also treated. For Drtv News, I am Nelson Miller.
The Delta State Deputy Governor Dikin Kingsley Otuaro has called on all Nigerians to be a solution rather than looking for whom to blame for Nigeria's economic and insecurity problems. Dikin Otuaro gave the advice at Potter's House Church, Warri, during a Thanksgiving service held in honor of Barrister Ama Etuwewe, who was recently elevated to the position of Senior Advocate of Nigeria. The report is presented from our studio.
The Deputy Governor, Dikin Kingsley Otuaro, noted that Nigeria is going through a mirage of problems because nobody has taken it as a point of duty to bring the needed change the country is yearning for. He called on all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, religion, and political affiliations, to see themselves as the cure to the socio-economic, political, security, and infrastructural challenges bedeviling the country. The State Deputy Governor, while congratulating Barrister Ama Etuwewe on his promotion as Senior Advocate of Nigeria, charged him to see it as a call to bring the needed hope and paradigm shift in the legal profession.
The responsibility of our learning each and every one of us, who of course are God's children, to use that inherent power God Himself has given to us to effect the kind of changes we actually want in this country. Because a lot of things are actually not in place, just like the man of God has alluded to. There are a lot of things that are going wrong, and we must stand proxy, stand as an advocate, he said, to ensure that we establish a country of our dream. Thank you so much for the program.
Dikin Otuaro used the occasion to thank the church for their prayers for the state and the nation, pointing out that the country is still one because of the intercession of clergymen from different denominations. In reeling out his journey to becoming a Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Ama Etuwewe noted that his dream to enhance the practice of law and drive to fight injustice in the society was not quenched by just being a corporate lawyer. Rather, his dream of practicing the business of law was inflexible. Etuwewe noted that although the exercise was fraught with hitches, challenges, and hiccups, God in his usual manner cleared all obstacles, barricading his becoming a Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Ama Etuwewe expressed thanks to God and all who in one way or the other encouraged him in his quest of becoming a son. Earlier, in a thought-provoking sermon, the General Overseer, Potter's House Church, Pastor Barnabas Okunola, said, being a Senior Advocate of Nigeria is a distinguished award in the legal profession that also carries national responsibility. Pastor Okunola said Nigeria is sinking every day, not because of political, security, and infrastructural decay, but that the nation is under siege because Nigerians are failing to take responsibility of building the nation. According to him, the society is sinking and needs citizens who are ready to build and not those who will destroy the nation.
The belief in oneself and having the backing of the Almighty God are the most important criteria towards becoming a Senior Advocate. My God this morning, as we celebrate this great man, is this responsibility in this opportunity. What can you do to fulfill this prophecy? Prophecy don't get fulfilled by themselves. People make it come to pass. It's not time we start building our houses and great places and start building Nigeria. That is the call I come to ask you. What part can you make?
Highlights of the church service was the thanksgiving by Ama Etuwewe, son, joined by family and well-wishers.
And now to report from the pulpit, the assistant pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Strongtown Mega Parish, Delta Province 2, Pastor Celestine Ofiko, said Christians need to separate themselves from every altar working against their progress in life. Pastor Ofiko stated this in a sermon during the church Sunday service. Report. Preaching on the sermon titled "The Altar Must Go Down," the assistant pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Strongtown Mega Province 2, Pastor Celestine Ofiko, said whenever things are going wrong in the life of a Christian, the best thing to do is to pray over it.
Pastor Fico, who stated that there are several altars, pointed out that the ancestral altar often manifests in one's life negatively and as such needs to be broken on the altar of prayers. He further stressed that as a Christian, one has the duty not only to pray but also contribute one's quota to nations building and impact lives positively.
Altar these days becomes a place where the devil carry out assignment to destroy man's life, man's destiny, to make man useless, to make man of nobody. And that is why we have to fight against the power of the altar.
Some members of the church who spoke to newsmen, including Mrs. Sandra Umaro, Mrs. Flores Akmosheri, and Mrs. Idris Ejowemu, all described the service as refreshing and rewarding. They promised to put the message of the Word of God into use so as to set themselves free from all evil altars. Others who also spoke, including Brother Smart Iyeri, said building a good relationship with God is by going into His presence in service.
Our service was awesome. It was a nice time in the presence of God.
Based on today's message, we have to really go back, start praying to break every yoke that is from our families.
Today's service.
Today's service was, wow, awesome. When you say you're a Christian, so you should be able to lead by example.
The service featured prayers for the nation, the state, the body of Christ, as well as hymns and different songs ministration.
Tragedy struck at the international wing of the Murtala Mohammed Airport on Saturday when a France-bound Nigerian passenger Jude Oladapo slumped and subsequently died. The sad news took place while the late Oladapo was at the airport to board an Air France flight. Was going through the profiling procedures required of passengers traveling out of the country. The 44-year-old Oladapo, according to the spokesperson of the Nigeria Police Command Lagos Airport DSP Joseph Alabi, slumped and died after receiving the bad news of his wife's death. According to DSP Alabi, the incident happened 5:30 in the evening on Saturday, and the death of Oladapo was confirmed by Dr. Ajayi Olamide at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport Medical Facility. The corpse of the late Oladapo has since been deposited at the airport's hospital mortuary.
And from our foreign scene, a woman from North Carolina has been arrested last week for the adoption of a 3-year-old girl who was found alive at a church a day after being abducted from a neighborhood playground. The police say the victim, Alhora, was kidnapped as she and 3 other siblings were playing on a merry-go-round at a Greensboro playground. Report says police issued an Amber Alert and released images from surveillance video showing the kidnapped suspect at the playground before Alhora was abducted. According to the report, the police got a tip on Thursday directing them to a church 6 miles from the playground where they found Alhora. The reason behind the kidnap has not been revealed, and the police have continued to question her in order to get more information.
The riot police in Hong Kong have spent much on Sunday chasing back black-clad protesters who held rallies in several of the city's districts in an apparent effort to cause distraction to the police. Reports gathered say rallies erupted in multiple neighborhoods, with some protesters blocking roads, spraying graffiti on pro-China businesses, smashing windows and erecting barricades. Police made multiple arrests as they rushed to intercept activities. While the clashes were less heavy than earlier ones this month, when the city was virtually shut down by most intense unrest of the 4 months protest movement. In the Kowloon area of Mongkok, police squad bust from an unmasked van that has screened up a blockade made of bamboo scaffolding poles, chased and detained multiple protesters. In Tai Po, the New Territories officers charged into a shopping center and made at least 2 arrests after demonstrators tagged several businesses with its slogan.
And on to sports, Super Eagles of Nigeria has played a 1-1 draw with Brazil in a friendly match encounter at the Singapore's National Stadium. The Nigerian team took the lead in the game with Glasgow's Rangers striker Joe Aribo's goal in the 35th minute after Brazil's Marquinhos falter. Brazil soon leveled up the scoreline in the second half when Casemiro stabbed home a rebound after Marquinhos headed the ball off the woodwork. The draw now sees the Brazil team failing to win a match in their past 4 outings. Meantime, Neymar, limping off the pitch in the 12th minute of the game, seems to have compounded problems for the Lazio team. Following England's 2-1 defeat to Czech Republic on Friday night, more football fans have continued to react to the game differently. While the football fans criticized the England team for conceding a late goal from the 5 minutes of play in the game, others criticized the Nigerian-born striker Tammy Abraham, who seems to have turned his back against his country, irrespective of his fine start to the season at Chelsea's football club with 11 goals in all competitions. What was a dream come true for the 22-year-old striker has become a topic that came with a divided opinion among Nigerians, not minding that in his opening game for England, he was introduced at the 88th minute. This, however, has got many Nigerians talking, as many thought he chose the wrong team to play for, while others saw nothing wrong in his decision. Results and expected international matches played on Sunday, 13th October 2019 includes Brazil, Nigeria 1-1, Kenya, Mozambique, Kenya 0, Mozambique 1, South Africa 2, Mali 1, and Ecuador 0, Argentina 3. Ivory Coast versus Democratic Republic of Congo is ongoing, while Slovakia and Paraguay will lock horns at 7:45 p.m.
And a school bag containing textbooks, water bottle belonging to one bright country was found and brought to Delta Broadcasting Service, Wari Ejeba office by a keke rider. According to the keke rider, the school bag was forgotten in his keke. He said all attempts to reach its owner proved abortive. Bright country's parents or guardians should come to Delta Broadcasting Service Wari Ejeba office with proof of ownership to collect the bag. And that does it on the DRTV News at 7. But just before we go, a quick look at the highlights. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission and the Bureau of Public Procurement have been directed to step up moves to recover over 5 trillion indebtedness to the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria. The directive was issued by the Minister of Finance, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, at the weekend in Abuja during the quarterly briefing of the Ministry of Finance attended by agencies under the supervision of the ministry. The Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Professor Sulaiman Elias Bogoro, says the Commission has budgeted about 5 billion naira to enhance research development in the country. Professor Bogoro disclosed this in Sokoto at the weekend during his 2-day walking visit to Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, where he inspected some of the projects funded by the agency. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State has said the state government is speedily pursuing the completion of the Ughelli-Asabadua carriageway to accommodate the expected heavy traffic from the Warri port when dredging of the second part of the Escravos Bar would have been completed. The governor, who made this known at his quarterly interactive session with newsmen in Asaba, said the federal government was undertaking the dredging of the Warri port stretch. And we also told you that Super Eagles of Nigeria has played out a 1-1 draw with Brazil in a friendly match encounter at the Singapore's National Stadium. The Nigerian team took the lead in the game with Glasgow Rangers striker Joe Aribo goal in the 35th minute after Brazil's Marquinhos falter. That's our news. Thanks for watching. I am Chukwu Joachim Mwaji, and from SFI Osogogore.
Thanks for watching. Do have yourself a great week ahead. Good night.
Good night.
happy birthday. That is all I can say.
October is here again. October children are special children. It is October Children's Party at Delta Broadcasting Service Warri. Delta Broadcasting Service Warri is organizing birthday party for children that are born in this month of October. It is going to be fun. There will be bouncing castle, Mickey Mouse, Barney, and train ride for children to play with. Prepare your children for this wonderful party. Under the distinguished chairmanship of Dr. Ochuku Akpeme, proprietor, Classical International Group of Schools, Warri, Efru, Egba, Oria, and Orapo. And also president of National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, South. Special guest of honor, Comrade Sheriff Mulade, National Coordinator, CPEG. Spiritual father of the day, His Lordship, Bishop Harrison Obiogo. Chief host, Pastor Malcolm Oteri, Acting General Manager, Delta Broadcasting Service, Warri. Date, 26 October 2019. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, the premises of Delta Broadcasting Service, MPA Ejeba Expressway, Warri. Get fee, 500 naira. Again, 500 naira. October children are special children. Don't miss out.
Happy birthday. That is all I can. Oh, Baba.